And back here on a Tuesday morning, going to be an absolutely beautiful week, all in North Alabama, and especially if down in Morgan County. I guess, Anna Franklin, a lot of people here in Limestone County know you.
I was here for a long time. I sure was. I owned a bridal shop and catering business over at Athens State College and Athens Country Club for years, and started my law enforcement career here with the notable Sheriff Mike Blakely. So,
well, you also have a tie-in with Christy Vols, right?
Yes, sir. Back in the day, I did her wedding back when she got married. So I know her. She's related to some family members of mine, and so.
Well, now you're running against Sheriff Bartlett as a Republican down in Morgan County.
Yes.
Why would a woman like you want to be sheriff?
Well, I've worked in law enforcement for years and was lucky enough to have worked under Sheriff Blakely and Sheriff McBride and also Sheriff Bartlett. So I've had 3 different administrations under my belt of law enforcement background. And I started off my career as a reserve officer here with Sheriff Blakely, and I feel like being in law enforcement is probably one of the best ways that you can give back to the community. It's a great opportunity to impact the lives of other people, and we have a huge opportunity in Morgan County to impact those lives in a positive way. And I've been able to see the good things that are there in that department, and I've also seen firsthand the things that we need to improve on. When I came back to Morgan County, I came back under Sheriff McBride and worked as an undercover.
He passed away last year.
He passed away last year. He sure did. Great man. I worked as an undercover narcotics officer there for years for him and for several other agencies. And so I've been able to see firsthand the epidemic we have in Morgan County with the meth labs. I worked several hundred meth labs with a drug task force there. And also I was a drug endangered child officer and a very, very sad situation when we're talking about kids that are being raised in methamphetamine labs and drug children that have grown up in that environment. We need to focus really, really hard on trying to do some prevention as well as the incarceration and education. And we've got a lot of good folks working for that department, and we need to try and help them out.
Well, to be fair, Sheriff Bartlett was here last week. I have to ask you the same question I asked him. Have you ever been arrested?
No, I have not. Well, actually, I have been arrested doing undercover prostitution stings. I did get arrested one time and hauled off to jail while I was working as an undercover prostitute.
Oh,
she was
really?
that was undercover.
Loads of fun, yeah.
You were undercover.
Not totally undercover yet.
I've got your, we received one of these in the mail. Sorry we couldn't make it down. Elect Anna Woodard, Franklin, Morgan County Sheriff. There it is right there. What problems do you see right now with the current sheriff that he's got going on down there that you would change?
Well, it's not necessarily problems that I see with the current sheriff. I think that's a personal issue that, you know, the voters in Morgan County are going to have to decide. It's probably just a fact of doing some things differently in my administration than what I feel like the focus has maybe been. There's some real issues that we need to work on in Morgan County. We don't have a drug endangered child officer anymore in Morgan County. We don't have a domestic violence officer. We don't have school resource officers that are available. We no longer have a evidence technician, and those kind of things are important. I think those are resources that are available to the citizens in Morgan County that we need to focus on more. I would look at a child sex crimes investigator again. We no longer have one person that's tasked towards that, and that's a huge issue with sexual offenders and child molestation and abuse. We've got to look at impacting the lives of people that are addicted to methamphetamine and look at it from not just the incarceration side. We've got to look at some community education more than what we're doing right now and help do some rehabilitation. There's grants available for all of these things that we're looking at, and the focus needs to be put back on victims, that we don't have a victims advocate to help you get through the court system and help you understand what's going on with your case. Those are things that I think working in the county and out in the area that I've worked, I've seen those things firsthand that we can change and we can help those people get through the worst time of life. When most people call the sheriff's office, it's not because they're having a good day. It's a bad day, and we need to try and focus more, and our investigators are just overwhelmed right now. There's no way that that an investigator or a road deputy can do all the things that we need to do to help our victims get through this.
Is that the job of the sheriff, to implement these programs, to get these people hired, to get those grants?
I feel like, yes, I feel like it should be. I feel like it should be. And I feel like that the focus just needs to be put back on the community service that we're there to serve and protect. I mean, that's what we're there for. And we need to look at a huge service for our community that I think that we're lacking on right now.
I can say one thing about the folks in Morgan County when y'all go vote coming up on June 1st. Whichever one, Sheriff Bartlett, if he stays in or gets you, y'all are both excellent speakers.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, I got to go to a break, Karen. Thanks for coming up. I'm sure
Thank you so much.
People glad to see you back.
I appreciate it. It's great to be back today. I got to see a lot of folks that
a lot of people here.
Are there any other female sheriffs in Alabama?
There is one female sheriff still in Alabama right now in Clay County. There have been 2 that have run for election, and both have been elected and reelected. One's retired since then.
All right, well, good luck and
thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Bill Latimer's in here, and we'll talk with Todd about America's Home Place. We'll have some video of that chicken stew that Bill whipped up. So it was good, too. I tasted it all day long. But we'll take a break right now and be right back. Y'all hang on.